You had breakfast yet, Miss T?
I did. Hello, everybody. I actually went to get my oil changed this morning because the Jiffy Lube I went to yesterday, oh, we're out of that type of oil. You have to go down the street. I was like, no, we'll do all this tomorrow. So I did it today. And yeah, I went to White Castle on the way home.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. Me and White Castle can't hang anymore.
I ain't had White Castle since whew, I was still in my mama's house. I
Wow.
was I was a young man. Let me. I think the last time I had White Castles was in the 70s.
We have them here, like on not every corner, but like it's a couple of them here. So like I only hit them up when I'm like in the area. So I was like, oh, I haven't had White Castles in a while. Let's get that. Vintage prepared and said no, thank you to the White Castles.
Preparedness.
I don't blame you, Vision. Welcome
It's,
in, Vision. How you doing?
that is definitely not a meal to eat on an everyday basis.
No, it's not.
But you get tired of like McDonald's and Wendy's, the same thing.
I don't get tired of McDonald's. I don't go there other than the coffee and the apple pie. And I'm iffy on the apple pie.
I can't even remember when the last time I would get their fish sandwich. I can't remember when the last time I went to McDonald's. Hey, Miss Laura in South Florida Sunshine.
Good morning.
My grandson think that McDonald's is his next home. He want to get his home cooked meal from McDonald's all the time.
What's up, Miss
Anybody,
Gamer?
anybody want something to eat? Yeah, I take McDonald's.
Man,
I don't visit McDonald's anymore. My grandchildren are disappointed because I say, nope, we're not going there.
and when my daughter was little, like 7, 8, in the backseat of the car. Oh my God, I used to have to drive like the long way so we wouldn't see the arches. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Isn't there crack?
Good morning, cool gamer.
I'd rather go to Dairy Queen.
And David
Hoskins.
Honeybees.
The Dairy Queen here used to be, it was white owned. Now it's Indian owned, and I'd rather go there than to go to McDonald's.
Mm. My mom introduced my kids to McDonald's. What's up, Ashley and Treat Arts? I've been catching some of your lives.
Treat, how you doing?
So y'all,
She said, how you doing?
Oh, we got She Said already in here.
She said is here.
She said she's here. Welcome in. Welcome. I don't see her, but welcome in. She must be on your side, or I don't know. I don't see her.
She's in yours.
Oh, there she is.
He's in yours. The only one on mine is Cool Gamer. That's because he's cool.
The coolest gamer on the block. I see Dolores. So y'all, today we're going to talk about family a little bit. In particular, Kobe Bryant. As you know, he passed away in 2020. So where to begin? Okay, so he's been estranged from his parents since 2013. And yeah, his parents he was giving his parents some money every now and then, but he didn't really mess with his parents. So he passed away in 2020. Let me see. And with the money that he had already, and with his will and his daughter's will, Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's wife, has like almost $1 billion. She's worth $1 billion. Might as well say just $1 billion. She's like 900,000.
Too much money for one person. Too much money for one person.
A lot of money. What's up, Farmer Marshall? Absolutely right. So the Kobe Bryant's parents are dead broke. So they sold a total of 6 of his items, including his first ring, which is valued at $500,000. But they're so poor, they sold it for $100,000. And then altogether, all the 6 items altogether, which was worth millions, they only made like $500,000. So my thing is, do you think like Vanessa should have been like, I know we were kind of estranged, but like should possibly give them a couple million, or that she get a job, or how do y'all feel?
She should have stepped in because 9 times out of 10, realistically, her parents, I guarantee she's taking care of them. And if she didn't, if it wasn't for Kobe, she wouldn't have all that. So I would at least take in consideration his parents.
Right. He left her everything. The house, the homes, the money in the will. And it wasn't no baby will. You know, this is Kobe Bryant. So
Mhm.
I'm like, God, dog, she got like $1 billion. Let me see. Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, Jamia, Palmer Marshall.
Morning, Jamia.
And like people are like so upset that they sold it for so low. Like Charlie Sheen bought Babe Ruth's ring for 2.9 million. They're only, you know, and that ring wasn't as nice as Kobe's ring in the 2000, 2000s, because I think they said he got that ring in 2000. So I'm like, wow, like they must really be struggling to sell $1 million ring for $100,000.
Well,
So sad.
if you get the struggle, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
When that desperation sets in.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do, in order to survive, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Kobe family talked about him, did not give him his things. He stopped messaging, messing with his
Messing.
family because what they did to him. Right.
Mm. I don't know. I was just reading that last night. I was just like, wow.
Well, the thing to it is now, let's be realistic. The parents had to do a lot because they actually got him where he was at. That mom and dad had to do something right.
Right.
In the process, they didn't do what was right because money make people act funny.
Right. Hey, Jay-Z.
And
She said it would not hurt her to share. She practically $1 billion. Something you
right,
need to do is be the bigger person.
right.
Yeah,
And I'm
I know
just
I did some
saying,
things with my dad. Like my dad probably like, what the hell? But he wouldn't cut me off. I don't know what exactly happened behind closed doors, but I'm what she said. Be the bigger person. And what's up, CC?
well, I look at it this way. I tell everybody, my dad never really did anything for me, but I took care of him in the end.
I would still take care of my father to this day. Like if something were to happen to him.
That little question they ask you, if the Lord tell you that you can have one person back, who would it be? It wouldn't be my father. I asked for my mother back.
Mm. All last night I was trying to think of a scenario. No, I haven't tried no Sour Patch Oreos.
They
Like,
make
what would it?
Sour Patch Oreos?
I know it sounds weird. I don't think there's anything that my father would do. Like we pretty much bump heads. Nobody gets along with anybody 100%.
That's true.
Like that's still my father, no matter what. I don't know, but I've talked to
And
you.
every relationship is different. Conditions
Right.
alter cases. It's
Right. He was my father. He just was never a daddy. So,
well, my
but
dad
going
was a daddy, and I took care of him in the end.
right. Mine wasn't a daddy, and I took care of him in the end.
Mm. Hey,
But
Cruz.
going back to Kobe, that his wife, she need to come to the plate. She need to fess up. Mom, father-law, whatever. She need to give him something.
Okay, welcome in, Anthony. Yeah, they said she hasn't made any statement. They auctioned off 6 things as of now. They're in the works of trying to possibly auction off more things in the future because you know that 100,000 I don't think it's gonna last too long.
Not with the way prices are today.
Okay. Hey, William and everybody in the
How you
bush.
doing, CC?
CC still out there on vacation mode. Must be nice.
Anthony Holmes, how you doing?
I know.
New Jay-Z, what's up?
I went to field day Saturday, Purdue's field day. The Indiana Beekeepers. or sorry, the Beekeepers of Indiana.
You got a shirt?
Try it again, Miss Sarah. You froze up.
And the back.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, Indiana getting on the map, huh?
Yes, we are. If you saw my most recent video, I can now graft queens.
That's good. Congratulations.
I've
Yep.
been looking into it. I just haven't done it yet.
It's I made it harder than what it was because I tried it last year and then none of them took, and I figured out why when I took the class at Field Day.
Oh, okay. Don't hurt the harvest. How you doing? Almost home.
Morning,
Janet, how you doing?
Janet.
So what was the mistake you did so I don't do it?
What does queen grafts mean?
It means to take a larva out of a cell from the frame, put it into a cell that's on another frame so that they can make a queen out of it.
Mhm.
When a larva is a certain age, if the bees feed it royal jelly consistently, it will become a queen.
Mm.
That's what it means.
But what was the mistake that you did?
I wasn't letting the tool do it. I was trying to
Scoop it.
when all you need is one little motion. It'll go under there and lift it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It's one of those things you got to do it to learn it.
Yeah. I bought them tools and stuff. They're sitting in the shed somewhere. I wanted to do it, but then I let it go.
It's always there. It's in the background, Jags.
Right.
Let me see. So let me ask you this. So you said your father wasn't even there in your life. You still took care of him, like in the end, Jigs?
Okay. Let me see. A short history on me. My dad, he produced me with my mom. They never married. I didn't meet my dad until 74.
Hey, Andale.
I graduated. I stayed with him me and my mom both stayed with him for 6 years. After I graduated, went to the military. We really didn't talk. We see each other every now and then. 2019, he was in Chicago, and the lady he was with, the daughter said, "My mom's older than you. She can't take care of you." So he had to leave, and out of his other children, I'm the only one that had a home. So he came live with me, and it was hard, but hey, it is what it is.
I want to say you are a big man for like taking that responsibility of taking care of your father, even though he wasn't really in your life. Like my father plays a huge role in my life, very huge. Like, would there be any circumstance? Like, I don't know. I don't think I would be able to. I would have to be Kobe in that situation. Like, if my father wasn't around, and then like towards the end when you like only when you need me, but you weren't there for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's a tough pill to swallow. That's
where the conditions alter cases. And
hey, I bring it.
Out of the
Tampa.
Out of the 6 years I stayed with him, he didn't do anything for me then. When I first met him, my mom said, "Here's your boy. Go get his name changed. It's your son." And he never did it. He said, "Oh, he could do it. He could do it when he get a little older." But why? I don't went in the military. Everything is this name I have now. Why would I change to Honey Slinger when everybody know me by the Honey Slinger?
I think Kobe was hurt. They didn't attend his own wedding and held his stuff. Plus, she got money from the police selling the pics of Kobe and his daughter after the accident. Yeah, she got a lot of money. She's almost there at $1 billion, good old billion. Like if I see, like, even though I'm pretty sure because they haven't really spoke since 2013, so 11 years and now they just now having to sell stuff. So I'm pretty sure Kobe was sending them some money.
I think he did send him something on the side.
Right.
But let's be realistic. If the parents didn't come to the wedding, there had to be a reason why.
Right.
If my son or daughter, they get married and I don't approve of the girl or guy that they're marrying, I don't think I'll be there either.
It's not an obligation to take care of a parent that put no care into you. No, it's not an obligation.
Hold up. You say it's not an obligation to take care of your parents?
Like, you don't have to. I mean, it's not a law.
You're right. There's not a law, but there's a thing that is called taking care of your parents because they took care of you or they put you on this, they brought you on this earth. It's just a natural thing. You take care of your parents when they're not able to take care of themselves.
Their situation. Their own behavior.
I guess that's conditions alter cases. It's between them and God.
Right.
Cece said, I don't know you as the honey slinger.
Cece, sit down somewhere.
Big cheese, and as she says it.
At home, but then she left herself go again. So when she fell round 2, I was not interested in doing all that over again.
That's my real name, Cece.
Honey Slinger.
Mm-hmm.
David said he has 2 Amish queen raisers nearby. I don't need to graft when they do just fine splitting on their own.
Yes, I'm of the same, because mine were doing just fine splitting on their own, but I figure it's a skill that I need to acquire as a beekeeper, and so I did. Now I just got to put it into practice. We've got a little window. This week is too hot for me to do bee work stuff, but next week should be a little better.
I know there's a scripture in taking care of the seniors. Cece gonna make me pull out my Bible right quick.
Honor your mother and father. Okay, if it weren't for them, you wouldn't be here.
That's it. Honor your mother and father, and your days shall be longer.
Right,
Say.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure they weren't struggling from 2013 to 2020 when he passed away. It's just now they just started selling his stuff. So,
well, the thing to is still the daughter-in-law should come to reality. Okay, even if we wasn't on the best of circumstances, I still should be taking care of them since their son got me all this money. Like, if I was a billionaire right now, yes, I'm wise with my money, but I wouldn't let my money rule me. And I'm like that even now with my money now. That's why my wife, my kids, grandkids, they get all my money.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting to pass away at a young age. So
nobody does.
Right.
CC, unfortunately, it was a school bus. Thank you.
What's up, Sunshine? Stace Hall said we got her triggered this morning. I mean, last year I observed instrumental. What's that word?
Insemination. It's where they artificially inseminate queens with certain drone DNA.
Storm Radio, welcome in. Nikki, the Everyday Life OG chick, welcome in.
Those queens are very expensive.
Really?
She is Sunshine. How you doing?
Good morning, Nikki.
How you doing?
Breeze Omega.
Breeze Omega, welcome in, my bro.
Welcome in, everybody. So you gotta take care of your parents when they was horrible to you.
You don't gotta.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but that depends on you. And one thing that I look at, my dad wasn't a dad, but I took care of him in the end. That's kind of like Father's Day and holidays and stuff. If I get something, I'm one step up. And if I don't, everything fine. So me taking care of my father, I I don't know, maybe the Lord pat me on the back, said, good job.
Mm.
Yep, you'll live a long life, Mr. Jags.
You're right. I'm hitting for that 113. It may not look like it, but I'm trying to hit that 113.
As long as I can hit 80, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because, like, a lot of people are mad at the parents. The parents issued out an apology, which I don't think they should have. They owe no one an apology. They're trying to survive.
Right.
On another note, like, they're able to work, but I don't know. And then other people are mad at Vanessa because she's got this $1 billion just sitting here, and you can't help them out a little bit. I mean, again, you're not obligated, but
Well, in a way, she is obligated because it's her son got that money for her. Their son got the money for her.
Well, and then you have the local laws that they have to deal with, and I don't know. I've said, what is that, California?
mm-hmm.
So whatever the what you call it.
Sunshine.
I really thought my brain was awake this morning.
Sunshine.
Let me go get it off my pillow real quick.
I took care of my dad due to the fact that his the daughter is living with their children, and the son, he has a disabled son, so they couldn't do it. Plus, they didn't have their own home. I'm the only one that have my own home, so it was more feasible for him to come stay with me, but it was still trouble the whole time.
Kobe's own sisters don't even mess with the parents. That's just real sad. I mean, I wasn't raised in the most perfect, environment. My parents divorced. I live with my father, but still, like, I have that respect, and despite what went on and everything, and me and my parents bumped heads and everything, those are still my parents. Those, like, no matter what, it's still my parents. Let me see. Jags, did you have to take care of your dad because no one else would?
Well,
let me get
basically, I just gave the answer a few minutes ago anyway.
But it's okay because it happened. It is what it is. His last moments on this earth were filled with sunshine, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Some elder
it was better. It would have been it was better if he stayed. He was better off here than if he stayed in Chicago. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Some elders you don't inherit, you are stuck with. That is so true.
Unfortunate, but true.
If the son and daughter was in a better situation, I would have told them to take care because they're my stepbrother and sister. My mom only had one.
Like, I seen like some situations where like the celebrity parents just cut off the kids, and like, it's just, I don't know, money just changes people like that, and I'm just like,
yes,
money just brings out what's already there.
Yes, Betty Davis.
It just brings out what's already there. You throw a big lump sum of money on someone, and then you'll see who they really are.
True.
Without further ado, we got the one and only Stay Hall. Good morning.
How you doing, Stace?
Good morning. Oh my gosh. I just jumped on, was getting ready to do what I needed to do. And I'm like, what? Oh gosh. Okay. So I'm not going to be long. Y'all know that I'm a talker, but I just feel like we have these older generations of entitled parents. And everyone talks about entitled children, but the thing is, when people say, well, it's my mother and father, it's my mother and father. Well, really, are we taking care of people because they decided to have sex? I mean, because that's really all some people do. And I just don't feel like, and I'm so sorry, J3, but you are the one who triggered me, because on one hand, you're saying, okay, you're supposed to take care of the parents. But then on the other hand, it's like, oh, but if my kid marries somebody I don't approve of, then it's okay not to go to the wedding. Like, no. The onus is on the parent to support the children. You made that decision to bring them into the world, so you need to nurture them, care for them, and support them even through their bad decisions.
At
And
any age, stay.
huh?
At any age.
Well, at any age, support. And to me, when I'm saying support, I'm not meaning necessarily financial support, but it's just like people who turn their back on their kids because of decisions like, okay, you can't come to my house anymore because you chose to be gay. You can't come to my house anymore because we're Black and you decided to marry somebody out of the race. I'm not coming to your wedding because you decided to marry a girl who used to be a prostitute. Like, parents have all of these standards for their kids where they will just turn off the support and make all these rules, and I'm no longer there for you because you didn't do exactly what I wanted you to do. Like, I'm not there for you anymore because you got pregnant at 14. Like, that's what parenting is. And so many parents check out when they should really be checking in more, but they're just like, okay, you did something I didn't like, so I'm done, but now I'm old and sick, so you need to take care of me. But for why? I don't get it. So
I can understand what you're saying, but I put it this way: the way I was raised and the way I am, I wouldn't say it's guilt to anything because I don't have anything to be guilty for. But the word says take care of your parents, and
the word says honor your mother and father.
Well, honoring your mother, father, that's still taking care of them.
Not necessarily.
So, Stan, let me ask you this: how do you feel about the Bryans being so poor? They're selling his stuff for like a fraction of the price of its worth. They're that poor. Like, do you think Vanessa should step in, or if she's not obligated, just let them go through the struggle?
Yeah, she's not obligated. And that's the thing. If she wants to, out of the kindness of her heart, fine. If she doesn't, fine. Because the thing is, she also has an entire family now that she is taking care of on her own. And she doesn't know what the future has for her and her children. Those are grown adult people that clearly made some poor decisions along the way, banking on the fact that they were going to be able to fall back on their child's wealth when they should have prepared better. And so it just depends. And that's the thing. And that's why I tell everybody, be kind, be empathetic. I know I sound like a broken record, but them soft skills and emotional intelligence will get you a long way. If you are like that from the beginning, then you won't find yourself in these kind of situations later in life where nobody wants to be bothered with you. So you have to think about that. Think about it when you're raising these kids and whatever, that one day you're going to need somebody to take care of you.
True. And yes, Cece, I know this.
Everybody does not live a biblical life. And Kobe's father was also a pro basketball player. So what happened to his money is the question also. But I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he didn't get paid as much as Kobe did.
He didn't, but most of us don't. And that's why I'm saying, for them to be so poor at this point, there had to be some mismanagement along the way. And then as far as Cece saying everyone doesn't live a biblical life, I definitely agree. I tried to. That's how I was raised. But I also believe that a lot of us were raised in the church and raised with religion. And instead of being taught the true meaning of what was in the Bible, we were manipulated by the scriptures. And it was pulling out this one scripture saying do this, but what about all the things that said before and all the things after? So we have to study to show thyself approved, because we were manipulated by a lot of things.
This is true.
Y'all see I'm hyped this morning, right?
I know.
Good morning, Sheed.
It get like that when you have your coffee first thing in the morning.
Welcome, man. I bring it every day, and I just never not had my parents in my life, so I just can't imagine like that's just so cold. But like you said, Vanessa's not obligated. I'm just still like, dang, you can't just be like, I know Kobe was paying y'all rent or whatever under the table. I'm still break y'all off a little bit, and then we can just be the bigger person. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody doesn't have your heart.
I know.
Like Farmer Marshall just said, it's easy for Kobe family to write a book and put pictures and all that stuff. They can make it big off of his history.
True. What do you want to bring to the table, Sheed? I'm sorry, you was here for a while.
The crazy part is this: like, Vanessa isn't obligated to do anything. I mean, they generally didn't even go to the wedding. They didn't approve of her. Like, you don't like me, but you want me to respect you by giving you something. What level we on? What gameplay are we on that where the villain gets to come in and reap the benefits of the hero? You
No,
know,
the better person will step forward.
but there's such thing as the better person. What do we deem as the better person? Because
Well, look at my situation, Kobe's situation. My dad wasn't worth 2 cents, but I took care of him.
that was the choice. It's like me. My grandmother raised me. She did everything right for me. But in the end, like, I helped her with a lot of stuff, but there were things that I told her, like, I didn't want to help with everything due to the fact that she had someone in her presence that was supposed to be helping her, but she was getting more money from me than the person that was supposed to be helping her. And I'm like, that's not fair, for me.
Okay, let me see what I bring it every day has to say. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, South Florida. I was just like,
No, it's okay. I was like, oh, she hate me.
Oh,
hey, I bring it. How you doing?
hello. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so
Morning.
a couple of things I was thinking about here with the parents. So here's the deal. You have to there's so many. I think there's a lot of complicated stuff with the Kobe Bryant situation. I live in the Philadelphia area, and I'm not saying I'm an expert or privy to all this stuff, but I've been hearing this in the back of my mind for a lot of things. There's two things that I don't think people realize, and why the parents didn't approve. And I think there's like a 10-year age difference between Kobe, or it might not be 10, but it's a pretty high age difference. So he was kind of dating her when she was a teenager. He was not a teenager. My understanding is. So that's one thing. So there's this huge age difference. There's a cultural difference, right? So not that that's, everything, but I'm just saying there's just a whole lot of situations. And the irony of this whole thing, and I was thinking about it, is that remember when he got caught in that cheating scandal?
Yes.
And she stayed with him. Now just think, if she had divorced him, she would not have all this money right now, right? Okay. Yeah. And so very, very interesting. So there's that. And then the other thing is his father played in the 70s to the 80s. And I think a lot of those people only made $40, $50, $60,000 back in those days. So they don't have money anymore. Like a lot of those people are just regular people.
Right.
And I just think of the Pittsburgh Steelers from the 70s. That was the team I was watching. And those people had no money. Like when it was over.
They didn't start making money until Jordan came on board.
Basically, yeah. It's all Michael Jordan. So you can't really, they don't have money. And I'm like, what kind of job does an ex-basketball player get? Back in the, before, this guy stopped playing before ESPN and all the, the sports analysts and all that stuff.
Coaching. They can coach. They can go coach for a university and make good money.
No, they can, but those jobs are rare. Like when I tell you,
there's junior colleges and things like that. It's not just the top universities.
Right,
those are really rare.
There's a lot of
rare. It's
They
still
can
rare.
also go work in a factory. I mean,
there's plenty. Yeah, we can't say they can't get a job.
Right.
Yeah,
Like Farmer Marshall and Jake said, they could easily write a book or
right.
Like they can't just. I mean, I think it's if you're famous, it's very difficult to go and work in a supermarket. Although people have done it, but I'm just saying it's a little uncomfortable. People are shooting pictures. Like I don't know. This is really complicated. So, but the bottom line, in my opinion, is. Yes, you honor your parents, but if they're abusive, you don't have to. You put those boundaries up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say,
It's
do what you
okay
have
to
to do.
burn the bridge at that point.
It's okay, right? And you maintain your peace in whatever way, but you honor and respect to a point your parents,
right? But we also have to
remember how I was raised.
The Bible also says, "Provoke not your children." I mean, so there's a lot of things that, like I said, we have to put it all in context.
Absolutely.
Out certain pieces of it, because those relationships can be very complicated. And the Bible can't just make it black or white, because it also says, none of us were put on this earth to be abused and mistreated.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's why I say boundaries. Yeah, you got to do the boundaries.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, my parent, my parental situation, with my parents isn't perfect, and it's interesting because my parents have actually, just to overshare, but here it goes. I had a really good. My one parent was great, raising the kids and doing the whole, all the stuff, getting you prepared for life.
Hmm.
And then they flipped and turned into the trash parent. My other parent was horrible at raising the kids, but has now flipped and is raising people, and being a mentor and things like that. So it's really, really interesting. Like, so I'm sort of a product of both. I had a good parent and I had a bad parent, and I had some other village people around me who helped, but it's just, yeah. So anyway, so I respect and honor both of them, but I do have boundaries with one of them.
I have a question. Have you
Yes.
guys ever asked your children, like, what kind of parent do you think I'm? Do you think I'm a good parent? I've asked my daughter that a couple of times.
No.
Yeah, I have.
I ain't asked my kid nothing like that.
No, me either.
I don't respect their opinion.
Oh,
Yeah, because you have to realize where people are. See, like, people are not where they should be. Life is a
Right.
journey, and you're supposed to get better as you go. And so, like I could say, like, my one parent did that. Had an upward spiral, very, very wise, imparts a lot of really good information, and the other one is toxic. The other
Right.
one is toxic.
because she said you don't respect your kids. What did you say? When I
Would
asked-
respect their opinion about me because I know who I am. They can say I'm a horrible parent. I
Oh.
thought the same
Yeah.
thing about my grandmother when I was young. And as I got
Right.
older, I said, man, a lot of stuff she instilled was so mean to
Mhm.
me. It made me tough, and it also, made me understand life better. Because I didn't understand it while I was young. Why I can't go to this party? Why can't I go to these people's house?
Mm.
And then as I got older, I heard about the people that were touching kids, that
Yes.
was getting killed at parties, and I was like,
Right.
man,
Right.
Yes.
that was a blessing. She saved me from all that.
Yes. Yes.
And I
Rejection
definitely
can
get
be
that.
protection.
But the reason why I ask my kids, and I kind of do a check-in with them even now that they're all grown, it's not because I'm necessarily going to change any of my rules or things. It's just because I want to see how they're receiving it. And maybe I need to change how I'm communicating it. You know what I mean? To make sure that I'm not, speaking to them on a level that they just don't understand. I do always want to have an understanding with my children, but that still may mean you're still not going to the party, or I'm just
Right.
not into that because I said so, or do as I say, not as I
Right.
do, type of thing. So I don't mind having the conversations. It doesn't mean the rules are going to change. It doesn't mean that the discipline is going to change. But if you want to have a discussion, because I never want them to think that I'm just doing something to be mean, because that stuff does sometimes carry out with people. So I'm welcome, I welcome the conversation, but it doesn't mean the outcome's going to change.
Right.
That's so nice. Well put. I'm just gonna say this. I'm a dictator. I'm a dictator.
That's about to say, Stace, you're a youngin. I'm up there, and
Yeah,
it's just
I'm 52.
yeah, you're a youngin.
My daughter is blowing me up.
My son was 34 years old. I was in the back working and stuff, and he come sit on the truck with me. Daddy, I understand what you mean now. You was right.
Yeah.
Now you're 34 years old. Now you want to say I'm right.
Yeah.
I like that communication with my daughter. Like, I want her to tell me what she thinks she got from what I'm telling her, and then I like that communication with us.
Me too.
So
I have that with my daughter. My situation is I have a sibling, and she got into drugs hard, and she abandoned her kids with my parents.
Wow.
And for 9 years, we didn't even know if she was dead or alive. We had no clue.
Mm.
I am not going to say to my nephews, now that she's come back around because she thought my dad was dead and she was going to manipulate our mother. Oh, yeah, you got to take care of her.
Just gifted, welcome in.
There's no way.
Yep.
No way would I put that burden on them when I watched them cry themselves to sleep and wonder where she was, if she was still alive. There's just no. And plus, you have to protect the family that you've created yourself. If you have an abusive parent and they're getting older and they get, say, Alzheimer's, they're not going to be any nicer.
No.
And you've got these kids of your own that you don't want to see them, that pattern repeat. You want to break that pattern in the family. So
South
I don't
Florida.
know.
Man, Carol, you hit that nail on the head. I'm sorry, y'all, because that was an issue I had. My children are kind of far apart in age between the three of them, 5-6 years apart. And I didn't realize how toxic my parents were until my oldest one, because you kind of just get used to being in an abusive situation and you don't
Right.
realize it's not normal. And I allowed my parents way too much access to my oldest son. And when I had my other kids, I had to cut that mess off because, again, it repeats the cycle. And I hate that I didn't realize it until he was older. But when you know better, you do better. But you hit the nail on the head with that. I did not want the same crazy people who raised me having
Yeah.
access to my children.
Yeah. And my mom, I actually was her caregiver, and the only reason, like Jegs, would you have fought for your dad if your other siblings were perfectly capable of taking care of him?
Well,
Would you have fought to take care of him?
no.
Yeah, see, that I fought to take care of my mom, even though she was also toxic. She wasn't so toxic at that point. She was sick, which I could explain to my kids. Grandma's sick, and she really has no place to go because they were going to shove her in a nursing home up in PA, and there would be no access to her whatsoever. And they were just there to take her stuff. And I was like, you know what? She's flawed, but she's not to the point where she's so toxic that I want that for her end of life situation, because she cared for my father until he died. Like, I don't want to see that for her. And I had to go to my uncle and say, this is what's going on. This is, the sibling that left for 9 years and is only back to get whatever is left in the estate. I said, so do with it as you will. I'm going back to Florida. You give me a call, because he was helping her because my mom had a stroke. He was helping his sister. I got a call at not even 3 weeks later. This is a toxic situation. I need you to come get your mother. I said,
Wow.
okay. I'm
So
going to
Dolores
need that.
said,
Yeah.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Let's be honest. You would take care of somebody who never came to see their grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be serious with you concerning my dad in this situation. His youngest son, was born in 1973, and when he come to live with me, he put everything in that son's name, and he controlled everything, but he was living here.
Oh my, no.
And see, now we had a big uproar about that as well, because you living in my house, but somebody else is controlling everything, and we had a big uproar of that. And
somebody's got echo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
And
somebody.
unfortunately, by the time we got things straight, it was time for him to go. So life is hard, but it is fair.
Yeah, I mean, even as crazy, like my wife, her mom, she always plead with my wife to make sure she never gets in a nursing home. And I'm like,
Hey,
being
Buddha.
nice to my wife, I'm like, your mama better look to them boys, because she not staying with us. I'm like, that lady, we got into it so bad. She was on one of her little trips one time, and my daughter was acting up in school, just wilding out. And that was at the time she really wanted to go stay with her dad and stuff. So she was just wilding out. And one thing led to another. She called me. She was like, "Don't be whooping on my grandchild." I was like, "Hold on. She eating my food, using water and stuff. I say, she get what I give her, you know." And so, she started arguing with me. Then she cussed me out. So I hung up on her. She called me back. You hung up on me? I said, "Yeah, I pay this bill." I said, "What is the problem?" I said, "This is my phone." She was like, "You don't hang up on me." Hung up on her again. So, they got the elder, which is her grandma. I respect elder people. And so she called me and she was like, "You hanging up on my daughter? What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Hold on." I said, "Your daughter was cussing me out, this and that." And no, first it was like, you don't know no respect, because she know I was raised by my grandma. She was like, "Your grandma didn't teach you no respect. Don't be hanging up and clowning and cussing at people." I said, "Well, your daughter cussed me out. So did you teach your daughter respect?" Yeah. Oh man, I was the black sheep for probably like 6 months in that family. But I was like, I don't care.
Let me ask y'all this. Almost home saying what Jenny said. I don't think my mother-in-law could respect our boundaries enough to live with us. Would y'all ever, if y'all were put in that situation, would you let your in-laws stay with you?
We were put in that situation that both our parents went into strokes at the same time, both our mothers. And the only thing that changed my mother came in here instead was his mother wanted to stay in Ohio, but also she was totally immobile. And I was like, that's way too much. I can't do that. I cannot physically do that with having Malachi and he's incontinent, and then having a parent too to take care of that's incontinent, that's bigger than me. I'm like, we've got to, and plus he had already stated that, his sister was going to step in if it was his mother, and we were going to step in for my mom. But it was hard until that decision was made. It wasn't easy. It was hard.
My father-in-law, me and the wife made a decision for him to come stay with us because he was up in age, but unfortunately he passed before we finally made the decision. So he didn't come to stay with us. Her mom, no way, no how. My mom, she came here before she passed, and my dad came here before he passed. Okay. And I've got all of them up on this wall in here. Everybody's here except for her mom and my dad. And so everybody picture up there except for them two.
Hey, Jay, it was that cold you couldn't put a picture up?
Okay.
Well,
not
now, I've never been married, but like, okay, when you guys marry each other, you marry like they kids and
no, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yep.
I think you do. You absolutely do. It's a package. It's a package deal.
Okay.
Yes.
My two oldest, like, I love them to death. Spite, my daughter, the only one I have a problem with. My son, I only had one issue with him when he was in high school, just smelling himself. And once I set him right, me and him, we like best friends. We talk a lot, we joke, never have any problems with him. His sister, she's on the rebellious side, but she respects me. That's all I say. I don't have to be number one in your life. As long as you respect me, that's all I ask for. I don't got to be, that, but just respect me. So I don't have a problem with either one of them.
Yeah, exactly what Fresh and Fire said. You have to be able to live with your own consequences of the decisions you make with the parent.
Well, when my dad came here, there was a lot of changes. Actually, I was a semi-vegan from 2017 up until he came, to 17 to 20, because my wife, she was cooking food for her and my grandson, and then she would cook vegan for me. Then when he came, there was a total difference where she was cooking 9 meals a day.
Oh, wow.
And, I see it was hard on her. I just said, don't worry, whatever you cook, that's what I eat. So I went back to eating all this other junk too, but it was hard on her. So I try to adjust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those services I see down in the Sajid, those are not always easy to get. Even when my mother was dying, I was only we had to pay for me to get a break for changing her. Yeah. Even hospice is under staffed, and they are not coming out like you would think that they used to. They don't. We had a lady come in twice a week, 1 hour, and that was from hospice. And then the very end, you get the nurses rounds, but they're dying at that point. They're actively dying.
Yeah.
Well, I have to give hospice here a hand up because they were outstanding. When my mom, she came from New York and she said, I want to go back home. Wow. I said, okay, Georgia's at home. So I said, okay, you can come live with me. There's not a problem. The problem was she was bedridden, and we just couldn't put her in a car and bring her down here. So we had a friend that worked for hospice, and they talked to the people, and they said, well, legally we can't do anything like that, but pay us mileage and gas and stuff like that, and we'll bring them down, bring them to hospice and everything. And okay, that was fine. $3,000. They brought them down. She lived in hospice for a week. Then she came to my house. They just want to make sure she was okay and everything. But after that, hospice would come once or twice a week until she finally left.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's the case when my dad had his stroke, and I was tending to him in his apartment before he moved in with us. He did not like any of the nurses that they
That
sent.
too.
He
Mhm.
did. He was combative, and
Mhm.
the profanity that he used. Oh my
Oh.
gosh! Yeah, he didn't. There was one, and I'm just glad that's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How long did you go through that? How long with him
My
living
dad,
there?
my dad had a stroke right after Mom passed in
Same.
2018, and then he moved in with us in the beginning of 2019.
Wow. That
And
was my
then-
mom the same years. Go ahead, Sarah. Wow.
And then he passed December 22.
No way. My mom passed October 22. Same
I'm s-
years.
I'm so sorry. I mean, we have that
Yeah.
in common now, but
That's so weird.
it
Yeah.
is. Wow.
Because my dad passed in 2018. My mom had a stroke 4 months later on Easter. And then they released her from rehab on Mother's Day. And she couldn't even take care of herself. And the people
Mm.
living in her house could barely take care of themselves. And I was like, please
Yeah.
don't release her yet. Please, please, please. So yeah,
Mhm.
I understand about you're glad it's over because that part, ooh,
Mm.
It was
hard. It's hard.
very difficult. Good
Yes.
morning, DC's Bees.
But
Hey,
I'm
Lisa.
grateful
Hey.
I'm grateful we took in my mom. I am grateful for that time, no matter how harried
Mm.
and difficult. It was still precious, intimate moments with my mother that I would have never had otherwise. And
Mm.
just we had our pastor over who prayed with her, and I watched her almost turn into a little girl again with him and pray. And I got that gift for taking care of her to see that moment. And that's
Mm.
something I'm so grateful for. So grateful
Wow.
for.
Mm.
It's like the older we get, that's why I always tell my wife you need to save more, dude. Because I don't anticipate my kids taking care of me. Like
Yeah. That
honestly, the way this generation now, my older kids, I see them might be doing something for us, but my twins that are 13,
Oh.
these kids, I'm like, I don't understand these new age kids, and it's getting
Mm.
harder to try to get them to comprehend. Like I said, maybe they might snap out it when they get in more into high school, like teenage age, like the full teens, but at preteens, I'm like, it's such a struggle. I was like, I hope I wasn't that hard. I would want to call my grandma, but she passed and tell her I'm sorry. Because, I was a humble kid, but at the same time, like my twins now, I tell them, I said, man, life is so hard, and you guys going to have it even harder if you're not just doing the basics. And I tell my wife all the time, let's focus on our retirement. Let's focus on getting more things, savings done, investing, because we can have someone come take care of us. Because I don't want to get stuffed in a nursing home, and I still want to have my mind available. So we need to start doing better for us, because if we depend on these kids, we might be out.
And that's why I have my own house.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. Good
Yes.
point.
I think too, a parent does that. You don't want to leave that burden on your kids. So you try to pre-plan, but things happen. And sometimes then that money is, sucked away that you have planned with.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then it's the relationship with the kids too, real quick, because just like with Kobe and his mom going through it with Vanessa, look at Chadwick when he died and how his wife ended up splitting the money with his family, because she could have just took all the money and ran. But
Mhm.
Chadwick was like, no, you was helping taking care of your mother when you passed. So I thought it was only right that I split the money. She took the money that was remaining after taxes and gave the family half.
Uh-oh. Android.
Right.
So I like to hear what Pastor McQuamie said. The mother wasn't the mother of the year, but still took care of her.
Right.
I mean, but at the end, she
Yeah,
was
see, my mom at the end, she had some sort of something that she never dealt with, and she took it out on me.
Mm.
And so my dad did most of her care, because she and I were oil and water at that point. I mean, we always kind of had been, but I mean, she was my mom.
As we always say, we're on one topic, but it switched over to something else. It was on Kobe, but now it's on us.
Yeah, get home.
Well, see, because I don't know Kobe's situation. I don't
Right.
even really know basketball. I like to watch the Harlem Globetrotters.
When Michael
Sarah, I'm
retired,
like you. Me and my mom, we were oil and water. Like we did not get along.
No.
But
when
she was on her
Michael
bed, I took care of her.
Yeah.
I
when
mean,
Michael
I made
retired,
sure
I
she
retired
had.
from all sports.
It was a difficult time, but I mean, you know, some people would say, "Oh, I'd have them back in any condition." No, I miss her. She's
Yeah.
They're hanging with Jesus now. They're better off
Mhm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do miss. I get in my feels. Father's Day was kind of.
Yeah, I bet that was tough for you. Oh,
I didn't have a problem with Father's Day.
yeah.
Wow.
It got last year was more difficult because it was the first year that he was
Right.
gone.
Oh, okay.
So this year was a little bit. It's like, yeah, but I know you're hanging with Jesus, and it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather my mom be up in heaven or, whatnot versus just sitting here in pain.
Suffering.
Right.
That's the thing right there. When somebody said, "Which would you rather have back, your mother or your dad?" And yeah, I like to have my mom back, but I wouldn't want to have her in the condition that she was in.
Right.
Bring it back brand new bones, new health, new everything. Yeah, we're fine then, but don't bring it back the same way she was.
Morning, girl, dad.
Hey, girl, dad.
And I
Hey,
think one
Jordan.
thing we may have all realized through this conversation that we've been having, outside of the relationships that we have with our parents, we see that we all have different experiences. We all have a different perspective and different things that we've gone through that kind of lead how we think and what we're willing to do. And so it's just to reserve judgment of one another and just respect that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's
Right.
relationship is different. And we all, I feel like, are just doing the best that we can. But it is okay to take care of you and put
Yes.
yourself first and not always worry. Because I think a lot of times we get ourselves in situations and taking care of people and supporting people a lot of times because we're worried about what other people are going to think. And that was something that I had to get over, because if people wanted to judge me because of my lack of relationship with my parents or whatever, that still didn't make me want to do it. And so you have to get over what other people are going to think and just protect your peace and protect your sanity.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
That was
That-
deep.
That's the number one goal. You got to take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else.
For
Right.
sure.
Well, because if I don't take care of me and I fall apart, how am I going to take care of anything else? I got all these bees.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know somebody in this situation right now, right this very moment, who is taking care of their mother, and the relationship has been toxic forever, not a situation she wanted to be in. But even though she is technically, quote unquote, taking care of her mother, she's not doing it with love. It's not a peaceful household. She has a lot of resentment towards her mother. And so she is just doing it out of what she feels is obligation. But now that her mom is in her last days, these are not pleasant days. And even though I can agree that your mom was very toxic, you didn't have a good relationship, then you just should not be in the position of being the caretaker. You need to get somebody else.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Then you have a movie called Throw Mama from the Train.
I remember that movie.
Well,
Like in my 20s, my early 20s and stuff, I was more into doing what my parents wanted me to do, like what they told me to do. Oh, you need to get a job here. You need to dress like this and everything. No, like I didn't even really feel like I really knew who I was in my 20s. Because I was so busy trying to please my mom and dad. But like now that I'm older, I feel like I pretty much, I don't know, I just kind of do my own thing. He respects it, and I don't know.
Well, I didn't have a problem growing up because my mom was there, and I basically did what I wanted to do. And plus, even in high school, I worked. When I wasn't in school, I was working, and when somebody didn't show, even though you live in the house with them and they didn't show you that you are their child and stuff like that, the only time you call me your son is when you're talking to somebody. Yeah, that's my child right there, and as far as it go, I worked all through high school. I worked, so it didn't bother me. I'm good.
Mhm. I did too. I worked since I was 14 years old, off and on. And even when we went back to my parents, it was an in-between time and we paid them rent. And I mean, I painted the house. I did all kinds of extra stuff. I did, I was grateful to have a place to go back to, but boy, talk about toxic. It was really bad then. But we
I
still
started working at
we
6.
honored them and got out quick as we could.
Yeah, I moved in with my dad when I was pregnant. Who was trying to get a house and everything, and plan on getting married and all this stuff. So, yeah, that was we hurried up and got out there real quick. You get so used to like having your own thing, your own rules and stuff, and then living with parents. Oh wow.
Hey, your parents' house, what they say, my house, my rules. If you
That's
want your
it.
own rules, get your own house.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But like you said, you working since you was 14. I was working since I was 6, Carol.
Yeah. 6?
I had a
That's
paper
pretty
route at
young.
6 years old.
Wow.
You had a what? Say that
A
again.
paper route at 6
Oh
years
yeah, I
old.
wasn't allowed to do that. My dad would have never allowed me to do that. I was too much a ding dong. And plus I was tiny. Somebody could have taken me. They were always afraid
Yeah.
something might happen to me.
Oh.
I was running the streets ever since I was about 5 years old.
Wow.
And that's up in New York.
Yeah, that's crazy. No way my parents would have. I was allowed outside the most when we were in California because it was a cul-de-sac and there was like 22 kids and it seemed safe to them. When we moved here, I got freedom as I got older, but it wasn't there was no kids. There was like one kid across the street. She moved and then they were further out and my parents didn't know the area that well. Like there was no way. Or I would have done it too. I wanted to make my own money.
Okay. I appreciate everybody coming up in here sharing stories and situations and opinions and everything. I was driving a field truck at 5.
He was on a farm, obviously.
My dad did that too, DCBs. Yeah. Yep.
I think even now that's the only way you can get licensed and stuff real early is if you're on a farm.
Right. Right. Yeah. My dad also was taking care of the horses. He loved the farm horse and the farm horse loved him. It was bomb proof. I have pictures of my dad showing off to he was one of 11. He would do shows for his younger siblings and he would stand on it like an acrobat and do all kinds of stuff. I have a picture of him standing on that horse, which is so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So I do see it is almost 10:30. Well,
Okay.
Man,
no, I'm just asking like now.
you have breakfast.
I have breakfast. I'm not ending the show. I'm just I'm
right.
just if anybody's planning on going live or have a premiere going on, please let us know so we can let Almost Homesteaded with Janet know.
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, I go live at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. For the hallway, we're going to be talking about how to fight fair. Healthy.
I like that.
There is no fair fighting.
At 7, tune in at 8, J3.
You said Wallace gonna be there?
Yeah, Wallace is on with me every Tuesday for Tuesday with the hallway.
So that means it's gonna be a fair fight.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
When was the last time you went live on your channel?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
When is the last time I went live on my channel?
Yes, good question.
I think it was when Tampa was here.
Okay.
And we went, that was like not planned. It was just hey, why don't we do it?
Hey,
you gonna come help me harvest honey, Miss T?
I know. It's raining over here today.
It's getting close to I've been itching to look because I know they're making it.
I would love to do that. I'm still waiting on Don't Hurt the Harvest. I look at my phone every morning and see if the watermelon's ready.
You got Tampa Creek at 9:30 p.m.
Hey, Tampa be going in. I'm seeing last night she live. I said, is it everyday thing around?
Yes,
my watermelon.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
She gonna have her hours all set by the time she gets her thousands.
I know.
All right, what
My
you showing us?
watermelon's growing.
Oh, hold on, let me zoom
Oh
in.
wow, cool, Sarah.
Congratulations, girl. You over there freezing.
Am I
Oh.
freezing?
You are.
Little
There you
bit.
go. You're back.
Yeah. I was wondering if
Little
that
bit.
was me. Okay. It
I
is.
think Steven's doing something to the computer.
David Corey said, I'm so thankful to be the person I am due to the people that had me, regardless of their flaws. I felt obligated to take care of them either before I turned them over to a nursing home.
Mm,
Yeah.
I feel you.
That gratitude.
Mine
thing.
never got
Yeah.
the nursing home.
Mhm.
This was the nursing home right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nursing homes
Same.
are scary. I mean,
They are
don't
very-
even get me started on the healthcare
Oh,
system.
Right.
But that's a whole nother thing. I don't even want to open up that can of worms.
Or the VA
But it's bad.
hospitals too. The VA hospitals are not.
my
Well, actually, my husband goes right now. He's a veteran, and
Yeah.
we were
No,
just
I
there
mean they're
yesterday.
good to go in and out of, but I'm talking about their nursing portion has gotten a
Well-
lot of. Is it getting any better?
Oh, it's
'Cause-
better. Yeah, we had a positive situation back in
Okay.
February. My husband got surgery, and the follow up and the the pre op and the post op and the nursing care, all of it was great.
Mhm.
And I hear a lot of negative stuff about the VA system. And I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends, like anything else. It just depends where you are, who's in
Yes.
charge, who's working it. But he
Yeah.
had a completely positive situation this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents. I think my dad actually even went into the one in Philly,
Mhm.
and it was a pretty good one because they were up in Doylestown.
if
Yeah.
you go
Yeah,
to the
yeah, Philly's-
Dublin
Philly's
VA,
the
you
one.
will be happy.
What was that? Say that
If you
again.
go to the Dublin VA in Georgia,
Oh,
you will be
oh.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just referring to the nursing home. They even were blasted, I know, years ago on the news
Yeah.
for their poor treatment. And I hope that it has improved since they got put on blast.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, they are working it. Like when I tell you they are really working it, I'm talking survey. They've
Yeah.
surveyed the survey of the survey with my husband, the
That's good to
nursing. I mean,
know.
they've
Yeah.
covered everything. So they're really working it. They're trying to do better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to like kind of shop
Yeah.
around with them. DCB said some of
yes,
the
you
VAs
do.
are bad,
I mean,
some
just-
are okay. Hmm.
Yeah, just like any physician, any any healthcare. That's why I say like the healthcare system. That's my passion. I like talking about it. I'm not going
Mhm.
to talk about it now, but generally speaking, you have to shop around. Like you said, you have to shop around. And some are, there's smart doctors and dumb doctors. There's, there's open doctors, closed doctors. Like you need people who are really willing to look under all the things, do the
Right.
do the exploration, do the research and things like that. But anyway, that's my
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But they weren't taught that. They were taught to give drugs. So it's the younger ones are getting better with the functional part and looking for why.
Well,
the
no,
why.
they're not. Actually, I don't agree with that. It's the opposite. And it's
Really?
all because it's run from the problem is, and I'm just simplistically speaking, the healthcare system is run by the insurance companies.
Well, yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Right. No, that's huge. That is
Yeah.
huge. And so the insurance companies are basically, saying how much they can be reimbursed.
Mm-hmm.
And so doctors, generally speaking, are rushing people through to get more
Yes.
patients, to get
Yeah.
more reimbursement because they're getting paid probably $1, probably $1 out of every 100 they should.
Mhm.
So so that's kind of really what's happening. And
Yeah.
that's why the healthcare system is kind of tricky and it's expensive, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm well aware. I have
Yeah.
fibro and it took a long time to get diagnosed, and
Yeah.
they
But
don't look for what's causing it. It's the actually functional medicine doctors that do.
Yeah.
And but I got a younger doctor now, and she was digging more than
That's
some of
good.
the older doctors that I had.
Yeah.
And asking more questions.
Because that's the
I got
key.
fat
But-
shamed
Yeah.
when
DC wants to know where that horn is coming from. Who has the tricycle in the background?
That's my phone.
J3 got a tricycle.
Yeah. Yep.
You put them.
Yeah, like nursing homes, there's
Yeah.
a lot of falls and stuff, and
Right.
bed
Yeah.
sores. Like it's
Yeah,
and they're
Mhm.
underpaid. The people that
Yeah.
work there. I mean, it's so brutal. Like,
Yeah, and they're corporate owned, a lot of them too, and you
Mhm.
can get good corporate owning and bad corporate owning with them.
Yeah.
I used to go in and sing hymns with nursing home patients, and yeah, I saw a lot.
My sister and I have a plan to do the in-home healthcare, and luckily we have a family member who owns an in-home
oh,
healthcare
that's nice.
business. And
Yes.
so, even though we're kind of like hands off of being able to do it ourselves, we still, in order to honor them, is making sure we set the finances aside to be able to have somebody come to their prospective homes and take care of them as long as possible. And in that way they're where they're comfortable, and less likely we can have cameras set up, things like that, to make sure things are going as best as possible. So there's always that option. But again, finances, are an issue when it comes to very, very expensive. So we've been blessed in that way to have
Yep.
some resources. But yeah, definitely, regardless of the relationship, don't want them being anywhere where they're mistreated.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Making having the resources to do something.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the pills. I used to work in the pill industry. And like anything else, there's
That
two.
sounds shady.
Wait, can you the legal side, or are you pressing them
Right.
in your
I've
kitchen?
never heard of the pill industry, ma'am. What is
Well,
that?
no, somebody said that in the comments. So the pharmaceutical industry, and so there's like anything else. Like, see, the problem is everything is complicated, right? There's always pros and cons to everything, and so
Right.
I've seen people get healed by pharmaceuticals. You know what I mean? I've
Mhm.
seen people who were sick for years get healed by pharmaceuticals, but then I've seen people abuse pharmaceuticals, and we have this whole situation,
It
with
got
the
worse.
painkillers right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
got
you see what
worse.
I'm saying? So that's the
Right.
dark side of it, right? And the company that owned this one product was owned by these people who were shady, and they sort of convinced these doctors that, yeah, just give them more, and these
Mhm.
doctors fell for it. And I'm
Right.
saying, these guys have 18
Right.
years of school, and if somebody said to me, oh, just give them more, like, and you look at the studies, and you study the tests, and you see the results of the studies, medical studies, inpatient studies,
Mhm.
but they listen to these idiots. I'm sorry, I'm going to say idiots, these people, and they
Idiots.
fell for it, or maybe they paid them. I don't know, but just there's a good documentary on about the painkiller situation.
Mhm.
That was owned by a family. And it, see, this is the problem. People, you have to use your head. You have to use your brain. You have to.
I ain't giving up my painkiller, so hush. Just be quiet.
No. There's nothing wrong with painkillers. I'm just saying that they were abused because this stupid company
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
told
yeah.
people just give them more so they can make more money. See,
Right.
that's
Oh
evil.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's not
It was,
helpful.
yeah.
I believe
not
any doctor.
I believe that.
Any doctor is constantly pushing medication.
They
They
do.
get a kickback.
They
I
do
don't
get a
care about
kickback.
this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think that's true.
Yeah. I just feel bad for those who need the painkillers, and because that has
Yes.
happened, then now they're not able to get. No, sir, they're not
That
able
is
to get that
correct.
pain
Yeah.
medication.
Mhm.
So and they don't abuse it. Like, they're the ones not abusing
Right.
it. They need it to get out of bed. So
Happy birthday, DIY.
Hello,
happy
happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I was just going to ask, do we all have to sing happy birthday?
Just Jigs.
you're about 11 today. That's so funny.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Hold on. Is this male or female?
Which one? DIY American is
That
who
male or
is-
female?
yeah.
I was
who's
not sure.
behind
I'm
the
not sure.
keyboard today? I think that's Cornfed Life too. They have a couple.
Yes, sing, please. Please. They said
Aw.
please.
I had to figure out whether it's male or female.
I was
Different
singing,
tones.
but
It's Korean. She just
Different
said
tones
it's
for different
female.
situations.
Korean.
Does it
Female.
matter?
Female.
Korean?
Female. Korean.
Yeah, because he was getting his very white voice on, and I
Right.
didn't-
Oh, is that
Right.
what's okay?
Yoba. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anya Gaseo Yoba Sel.
Oh Lord, there's a lot of
I did the easy version.
Okay.
I just told her hello.
It went so fast.
Well, they speak fast. Annyeonghaseyo.
Said laugh out loud.
Who's singing? Somebody. She wants to be sung to. Corrine is her name.
And I'm pretty sure she's young, so she don't know the old version. So
She just wants.
I
to
guess
be-
the Stevie Wonder version.
just pull out that silky version that you just love. to sing.
I give
Whichever.
Barry White. Happy Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, DIY. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! And many more, Kareem.
Anjobio Midato.
More like Lamont Sanford.
Little Japanese. Is that Sarah?
Yeah, that's
That's
basically congratulations, you were born.
Oh, I love that.
Feel the birthday girl. I just died.
No, you ain't supposed to die. You're supposed to die. You're supposed to jump for joy.
Oh man.
That's just sad. I think that means of happiness that somebody's saying to her.
Yes.
You sweetheart. Happy birthday, Kareen.
So on the panel, we got Stay going live later on this evening, 8:00 Eastern time, about how to fight back. Is that correct?
Well,
Fair.
how to fight fair, having productive
fair.
arguments.
Yeah.
Ain't no fighting fair.
Is anybody else
Productive.
on the panel going live today? And hello, Duncan.
Boom, boom, boom. Just for you, she and Sunshine.
I'm thinking of a pop-up, but don't ask me what time it's going to be because I don't know.
I know.
Lisa,
I need pop-ups because I'm still working on my time, but I don't want to step
Yeah.
on any toes if we have that many
Right.
people going live.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll look
today-
and see the schedule and see what's going down first.
Oh yeah, Bob and Lee go live at 8.
Who are Bob and Lee?
Walker B Ranch, Kodiak Farm.
Bee Ranch.
Okay.
You
I
sound
was like
me when
Bob
you
and
say,
Lee.
Yeah, who's Bob and Lee? I need you to
They're all
The bee
random.
people. The
Bob
bee
and Lee.
people.
I left part of my brain on my. Let me go get my,
It's
my
okay.
brain on my pillow.
I need another cup of coffee myself.
So Walker
Oh,
B
I see.
Ranch, they go live today.
The No Life Beekeepers go. Yes, it's either on one or the other channel.
Mm,
I've lost track of which because life's been lifing.
Mm.
right?
Yeah, tell
I
me.
understand.
I
Same.
feel like I live in a storage unit.
Me?
Dang.
Oh, you should see my third bedroom, Misty. That's my mom's storage unit went into our third bedroom, and I still can't
Ooh.
get through it.
Wow.
Stacked.
I
We
was
have my son
Buddha. Oh, Bud Files. What's up?
Yeah.
I
It's got to
am.
give you the butter.
myself.
Buddha tone.
I'm good with just one big cup of coffee, and I'm good for the day. I don't need like 20 cups of coffee.
I'm gonna
I
have
just
one
need
more
2
cup.
some days. And usually it ends up being 1.5. Because some days if I do 2, I'm too jittery with it.
Okay.
Just makes me nervous.
Yeah,
Y'all
but
got
I
to
love
try
my
that
coffee.
mushroom coffee, and then there's no jitters at all, but it still gives you energy.
I
Which
want
is
to try
it?
that badly.
The mushroom
Yeah.
coffee gave me aches and pains. I think it's because I have the mold sensitivity.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
ordered the mushroom coffee. Then they hit me back up. 2 days later and said they didn't have any. They were out. So I said I ain't messing with it.
So you had the Rise coffee, Stay?
Yeah, I got the Rise at first because that's what I saw in my feed, but now I just get whatever different brands on Amazon, whichever one makes the most sense financially, because that Rise was super expensive, but I thought that's all there was out there. But you can just go on Amazon and do mushroom coffee and read the reviews, and they've all been good.
I think that Rise like $20-something
Love my
for a
coffee.
pack.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like getting Starbucks, but I wanted
Yeah.
to try it, but I only got that the first time and I liked it so much. So I'm like, let me see if they sell it on Amazon. And they do. And I don't know why I didn't check Amazon first, because that's usually, I'll be in the mall looking up stuff on Amazon because usually it is cheaper, but
Right.
I ordered the Rise. But yeah, I found some other brands on Amazon that are just
Oh,
Put Rob in
always
bed.
with
Huh.
always with supplements and things like that, check the reviews because sometimes they're fake supplements. People
Hey,
will
Miss
let you
Shirley.
know.
Yeah, I am a review person, and I want to
Me
hear from
too.
real
I know
people.
you are.
Yeah.
People. I know.
I
you
review
got it.
everything. Hotels, it don't matter. I'm
Right.
Right.
Yeah, looking it up because I want to hear what the real folks had to say.
Right.
But yes,
And I always want to see the real picture. Like when they're
Yep.
showing you a picture of a dress, I'm like, please, women, please put it
yeah,
on. and
like those
take a
what I
picture."
ordered versus what I got.
Right.
right.
Yes, those are hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Miss Shirley, how you doing? I know you was not feeling well earlier. Let me see. This week she didn't go live last Thursday. Let me see.
Right. She was a little under the weather.
That's an I drink. I drink my
Wow.
coffee black with Florida honey or maple if I don't have the Florida honey or maple syrup, organic maple syrup.
Shame
But
you
I
ain't
gotta
got no jigs, honey.
No sugar.
I'm gonna get some Jegs, honey.
But never mind.
Yeah, I got to get off the sugar.
No sugar.
again. I got to get off the sugar again, but it does
Yeah.
taste good with the honey.
Hey, Peach,
I understand.
Thank you for stopping in, Peaches. And DC is like coffee will never be made out of mushrooms. So why is coffee made out of?
I know. How did they get away with that? Just like the almond milk. How did they get
like,
away with that?
I'm always just gonna go for the healthier option.
And anything that sounds good, we're going with.
Okay.
I don't think there is a substitute for coffee that's really
No.
acceptable. I just haven't found it. And I don't
No.
understand how you can just walk away from coffee.
I need
Yeah.
my coffee.
And that's the reason why we should, because then that means there's something in it that's addictive.
Well,
Well,
this is cold right now. I can't drink it. My coffee, it's the warm cup.
Wow.
I like the warm
I
too.
think-
Back in the 90s, I think it was 90s or the early 2000s, they did a study where they said that folks that drink coffee live longer.
Mhm.
Now, I tell y'all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna live 113.
Right.
Yes.
It was my great grandfather, and he drank coffee every day. Even if he didn't eat, he drank coffee.
Yeah.
My dad was
Definitely.
black coffee,
then
pot a day.
The other
Mhm.
side to that is, I guarantee the coffee they drank then was different from the coffee we drink now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
I remember that smell as a kid. It was so
Right.
potent, so strong. It is not the same anymore.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Agreed. Definitely
Yeah.
not that strong. And David, I think the whole world nowadays is just full of substitutions.
Yes.
Mhm.
You can't drink milk, but we got almond milk. We got this kind
Right.
of milk. We got
Right.
Yeah.
That's
types of
not
coffee
that's
now.
not milk. That's juice.
It's
Yeah.
juice. It's sugar water with preservatives.
That
Yeah, a
almond
lot of it
milk,
is.
that's
Yeah.
juice.
Unless you make
Oat
it
milk,
yourself.
almond milk, it's trash.
Yeah.
Don't
Coffee ain't
Unless you make it
coffee,
yourself.
bread
You
ain't
make
bread.
almond milk.
unless you make it yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Food
would say
ain't
I remember
food.
back in the day, Grandma made coffee and the
Exactly.
whole house smelled like
Right.
Yeah.
It's because they
The
also
experience was
percolated it
different.
or
How you
made
doing?
cowboy coffee. So it brewed
Oh, that's
different
true.
back then.
Yeah.
It brewed
Well,
different.
That's
That's
even like the food. That's why I was telling people, like my granny, she lived like to 96. Like a lot of people, they live so much longer because of the food. Like the pig,
Right.
you fed your pigs, you slaughtered the pig, you ate the pig. You knew what you was feeding your pigs. You don't know
Right.
what we eating. Like
same
I
thing
tell
with
people, I
fish.
seen a guy, he was giving his cows licorice because the feed was cheaper than buying some other stuff he was feeding. I'm like, is that even feasible? Like candy is cheaper than hay? Like, come on.
Wow.
I guess it is.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonder
Yeah.
how that bacon will taste. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diabetes already coming in the
Diabetes
bacon.
bacon.
It's funny though, you're right. Like Miss T and I were talking about the smell of coffee, but it's like everything does not have the fragrance like it used to.
That's
Where
a
the
fact.
whole house is just lit up and you can smell exactly what's cooking on the stove. It's not
Right.
like that anymore because we're cooking a bunch of chemicals.
Yes.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And we just don't have time, like to.
And
they've gotten us-
we
so busy.
brewed coffee. Now we Keurig coffee.
Yeah,
And instant.
Keurig. Yep.
Did you know pigs won't eat tomatoes?
Really?
What does that tell you? What does
They
that tell
will
you?
not eat. Pigs won't eat them.
There you
They'll
go.
put them right out of their slop.
That's interesting.
David's
Mm.
comment: pigs eat slop. That just for some reason they won't eat tomatoes though.
Yeah.
That's weird
somebody
because they'll
said,
eat people. They'll eat
Yes.
people who eat tomatoes.
Yeah, they will eat people. That's for sure.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
But
Ooh,
somebody
fresh and
said
fire. Green tea turmeric latte sounds good. I like green
that does
tea.
sound good.
Mm-hmm. That sounds really good.
But somebody was saying like birds wouldn't eat Cheetos or something. They
Why
put
would
them
you
out.
refer to Cheeto?
No. But I'm just saying.
I'm
like,
sure if it was a seagull, it would eat
Birdie,
it.
birdie, birdie.
They
but
probably
they,
take it
but
right out of your hand.
it's
I was
something
gonna
to
say
think
the
about,
seagulls
right?
would.
If
Yeah,
they're
They'll
not
have
they,
that
they're
happen
not
Kelly,
going to
I'm
eat it.
always skeptical. Like my little Maltipoo, he'll be around begging for something, and so I'll throw something down for him. And if he sniffs it and walks away, I'm like, should I even be eating this? Like,
That's correct.
Yeah, right.
begging, and now you don't want it. I'm like, what is this?
Yes.
Last
Yep.
time I had a chicken sandwich from
Oh,
McDonald's, it wasn't right for me, and I took and gave it to the dogs. The dogs didn't even eat it.
see,
Wow.
They ate the
Yes,
bread, but they
dogs
would
won't
not
eat
eat that chicken.
see,
Wow.
Bread just as worse.
that says a lot.
But they said the bread was good. They ate that up, but they wouldn't
They
eat
ate
the
that
chicken.
ate the bread.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Wow.
probably
You
didn't
know,
want
animals are so
the
quick.
diarrhea because of all the grease. The dogs can get real sick off of greasy food.
Yeah.
Mm.
They said that McDonald's fry their fries in 3 different oils.
I believe it. They do. And they also spray them with sugar.
Yesterday,
I was
oil.
gonna
Last
say-
week, oil, and new oil.
Well, in that, what was his name? Morgan Spurlock with the this
Oh,
is supersized me guy.
Yes.
He
Oh,
passed
yeah.
away from cancer. That
Yep.
diet of McDonald's may have woke it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's really
Mhm.
interesting. I made a video about it, so not shameless promotion. If you go to my channel, I did a shout out.
I think
on my
I
cooking
saw.
show.
Yeah, I
Did
think
you
I
see
saw
that?
that.
Yeah, and
About
it's interesting
him.
because he started me cooking at home. He got me saying,
Mhm.
"Walk away from McDonald's,"
Right.
and I did. Yeah.
Well, you know, I
Wow.
think it's everything. And I had mentioned it in one of my blogs, y'all. So y'all know I have like toddler grandchildren. And they had been over here like maybe a week or more in advance. And I was cleaning and
Yeah.
found a half-eaten piece of pizza under one of my couch cushions.
Oh,
You
hell no.
did not smell it, had no bugs, nothing. It was hard as a rock, but it looked exactly the same. Like there was no
Yeah.
discoloration, no mold, no nothing.
Can
And it
you give us a hint of, was it frozen or order in?
No, it
or
was ordered pizza from one of the chains, and it
Oh.
was still, I mean, you would have never known that it had been there. I mean, at least 8 or 9 days. That piece of
Yeah.
pizza had been stuck in my
Wow.
house,
Wow.
and it did
Yeah.
not look any
I
different.
think I know which one you're talking about.
All of them.
All of them.
All
You're
of 'em,
right
which-
about that, David. You're right
The
about
one
that.
that starts with Papa has so much sugar in it. It's like
Yeah.
diabetes pizza.
Yeah.
It is diabetes pizza, in
Yeah.
my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Miss
Blech.
Rose,
That's why we make our own pizza at
Live
home.
Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great, Miss Shirley. Glad
Yeah.
you're feeling better.
Oh, good. Yeah,
That's-
Laura does
that's-
too, but I don't know if she's still in here. Hedgehog's Homestead makes her own pizza, and she was trying to take some weight off, but her husband keeps asking for her pizza. She's like, it's kind of hard to make that pizza and not eat it yourself.
Okay, so Fresh and Fire said cheese, too much cheese. What's y'all's weakness? Your food weakness.
Weakness.
Mm.
Cheesecake.
Boy, you say cheesecake one more time. Every episode it's like cheesecake.
Cheese.
Hey, that's my thing right there. You want to be my friend? Bring a real cheesecake.
Mine
Yeah.
is salty sweet. If I start eating sweet, I want salty and crunchy, and it will go back and forth and back and forth. And supposedly that's actually hormonal. But
Oh.
yeah, I would say both of those though. Something crunchy and salty, and then something sweet. But I've been pretty good. I haven't been doing like junk food, except for yesterday. I gave into non-GMO caramel corn.
As
Yeah,
far
I'm
as
bad for candy. Like I like little kid candy, like Mike and Ike sweet tarts, lemon heads, bottle caps.
Oh,
like
that's my husband.
old
Yeah,
fashioned penny candy. That's my
Wow.
weakness.
right.
what's your
Tiramisu.
Reese's cup.
Oh man, I love Reese cups.
My
Hey.
daughter does too.
Yeah. I'm a
Wow.
cheesecake fanatic, but I don't eat cheesecake every day, and I
Right.
most definitely don't buy it from Wally World nor Harvey's.
Mm.
I usually eat my cheesecake around Thanksgiving or
Yep.
December. That's it.
Have
As
you
far
ever
as
But
made
that's my
meals,
favorite food.
David Corey, we're talking about food, David Corey.
yeah, as
Yes.
far as like a meal, pasta is like my weakness. If I see a good pasta, like I go to a
Right.
restaurant, I'm like, ooh, let me get that pasta.
Oh, if we're talking
I
about
like that.
food, it's a good fried chicken, and I'm
Yeah.
gluten free. That
Oh.
and a Cinnabon. Those two can take me down and knock me
Yeah.
off my gluten free diet. And not
Yeah.
good.
I gotta make the video showing you how to fry chicken.
Yes, you do, sir.
Mhm.
Because I want to exchange the flour to find a good gluten free flour to fry my own chicken for when I want it.
Speaking
Jay
of fried
Free, have
chicken,
you tried Junior's cheesecake?
I don't think so.
did you see Living Out Loud the podcast make some honey chicken with your honey?
Mm?
Well, look at it this way. I don't have to look at it. I can feel it.
Oh, okay.
You just sense it as being the honey slinger. Somebody
Yeah, I
out there.
can sense it being used.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gotta have my hazelnut creamer too, fresh and fire.
Yeah, I gave up creamer the last how do you say it? The elimination diet that I did when I gave
Oh,
up
you gotta-
sugar and went to black coffee. But when I got sick, the carbs came back in because you want
Oh.
crackers and you want like chicken noodle soup when you're sick. And
Yeah.
now I got to get back off of some of that stuff because I was
Yeah.
losing weight and I was feeling really good too.
That was she. He's
Cheese.
in and out.
Oh.
His boss keeps coming in. And
Oh, okay.
Oh,
asking
I
for-
missed. I didn't see your teasing me, DC. What you say?
Love wife. My wife made me a lemon cheesecake for Father's Day. Delicious.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I like hazelnut too.
Yeah, I do
Now, if
too.
I don't have any sugar, if I don't have any creamer, I drink my coffee black. I won't even put sugar in it. But hazelnut is my friend.
Yeah, I like that flavor too. But that's
Yeah,
just
just-
it. A
just-
lot of it flavor. It's not real. That's the only
Just-
problem.
Yeah, just read the labels because if you see
Yeah.
big long words on there, you probably shouldn't eat it.
Oh,
Right.
girl, when are you gonna make the video for me about like words to look for on back of like I can read the back of a label.
Oh, I can.
Oh.
Yeah, I can do that on the
There's a
I
lot
can
of
do
words.
that on a Fibro Friday. It is a lot of words, and some of them I
Right.
can't pronounce. But yeah, the main thing is 5 ingredients or less should be on the back, and you should know what those are when you're looking at a label. If it's got
Yep.
more, you
Everything
have to look
has
those
more
up
than
and
5,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I
Unless
know.
I go to like the Fresh Time or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of words like for like high fructose corn syrup.
Yes,
that's the big
that.
one. And I have
MSG
a
is-
link in all my cooking shows about that. Like
Yeah,
there's a,
MSG is multiple
there-
names.
I would
Yeah.
love to see
Yeah, there's
something. Words
multiple
to
names for
look
MS.
for, not to buy products
Mhm.
or something.
right.
Yeah.
But
know
the
this
problem
people-
is,
Mhm.
yeah, there's stuff in everything, unfortunately. So it's
Right.
hard to
That's the
really
bad
hard
part.
to avoid. It's really hard.
Right. Unless you just eat totally clean, like we talked about before, Miss T. The outside of you're just going around the outside of the grocery store. Stay away from the box stuff, the bag
Yeah, the
stuff.
box stuff. Yep.
The only thing is the dairy now too. Like you have to be careful with the dairy. And I love cheese. I used to melt cheese at night, fresh and fire, and just eat it with a fork.
Oh wow.
Cheese used to be my weakness, but
Mm.
once I broke that
Yeah.
habit, I've been doing a lot better. I don't really eat it that much
Mhm.
at all.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miss T, and you were going to go to the fresh market near you.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
One day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Kirkland, how you doing?
you could make it a meetup, and everybody could just meet up.
You
and,
should.
yeah, do a live from one
Yeah.
of them.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Here's Kirkland loving the good food. You knew we was talking about food.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we always end off talking about food? Why?
It
Because
goes with-
everybody know you and you want to get off because of food. So just to calm
You're
you
hungry.
down, we talk about food.
I'm always
know what?
thinking about it.
She doesn't have to be hungry today because it's Tuesday and Dale's coming on. So
And that's it.
you don't have to be
Yeah,
hungry.
white vessels.
That's the only reason she don't have to complain about food, because she know Aunt Dale's coming to the rescue.
Well, I had 2
Yeah.
breakfast sliders from White Castles and some orange juice, and then yeah, I
Girl,
got the salad. Oh my
girl.
god, I love sunflower seeds now on my
Okay,
salad.
that's good.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about
Sunflower.
the orange juice. But
Yeah,
we'll do
no.
that offline.
We talked about that last time about
Yeah.
they put
But it's the
packets in.
fruit.
We were up here talking about the honey. If the honey tastes the same, it is the same. It ain't honey.
Right.
It should have it.
So
And then we
I
said
gotta,
that
like,
about orange juice. If they put packets in it, so it tastes like
you know what? I'm
Tropicana.
just gonna like live off of water and
Right. No, just make your own orange juice. The only
Make
thing
your
is
own.
it's a straight sugar shot, so you have to balance it out with some protein.
so my question is, like, do I need to make everything myself? Because that's not who
Yes.
I am.
Just about.
That is so
Well,
not me.
Just
That's
gonna-
why you watch a week of prepping. Like you'll see the people in here might do it too, where they're doing a prep for the week and they prep their food, so they only have to have
Right back.
1 or 2 days of cooking and they're done for the week.
Or instead of looking for a sugar daddy, I go to these
Okay.
restaurants and go find a chef.
hire you as chef. That's awesome.
There you
I
go,
like that idea.
personal chef. Yeah,
Passimo Quade,
Quaddy.
Quaddy. Where you live at, girl?
Girl.
Use New
Scratch
Hampshire.
is the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
dog, you too far. Now she.
Now,
They're
when
gonna
I
make.
went overseas, the people would just eat an orange. They would just
Yes,
eat an
the
orange
fiber
instead of
in the orange
juice.
is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They would
better
just
to
eat an
eat
orange.
the fruit.
No orange
Yeah,
juice. Yeah.
it's better to
And
eat.
that was cool. I like that. You know,
That's
I
why I
was saying,
got kumquats and oranges out here.
Yeah.
Eat the
Yeah.
real thing.
I
Just eat
can't
'em.
wait till that sour sop matures. I can't wait to taste the sour sop off my tree finally.
Both of my sour sops are dead.
What? They're dead?
Yeah,
I'm
You killed them?
sorry.
they couldn't take the transplant.
Well, my
Oh.
guavas did that, and I just said forget it. Plus, they're invasive down here because if the birds feed off your fruit, they drop them everywhere in South Florida.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I still got it sitting in the pot, watered and everything. Hopefully, it'll come back.
Yeah, I hope
Mhm.
so.
Well, we
Hope
got
so.
about 5 minutes. Stay home. Are you growing anything over there?
Am I doing what?
Are you doing any growing over there?
I'm not. I've been thinking about it, but I think it's too late for me. It's already 900 degrees here, so I think
900.
so. No, I have some pretty roses and hydrangeas, but nothing I can eat. Well, Janet might tell me I can eat those. I don't know.
Yeah, roses you can make tea out of. Actually,
yeah.
my Renaissance grandma has that on her
Well, I have some
short.
gorgeous roses out here, but no, my little garden box is still empty.
Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame.
I know, and I do
Wow.
every day. So I was looking forward to cooking something that I grew, but time just got away from me, and I didn't get a chance to get anything in the ground.
Yeah.
David said
That's the same
TZ sent him a sour sop.
That's
J3.
nice. A lot of
Mhm.
vegetables.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. She sent me a sour sop, but they didn't survive.
Oh.
Aw.
Sarah, you got any farmers markets by your house? Because we're gonna be doing some shopping.
We do, and there's every Saturday on Central. There's a parking lot where people get together to sell their stuff. I'm gonna do that with my father-in-law this Saturday.
No, do that with me.
Well, come on down this Saturday because he makes these little. He's got a lathe, right, and he makes this as like a candle holder.
Oh.
Let me see here.
Okay.
Okay. You keep freezing up on us.
Yeah, it's weird. Every
I'm
time
sorry, I don't know what's going on.
when you get big, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well, darn.
Uh,
Am I still frozen?
Guess when I put you on the big screen, you just kind of like.
Mhm.
That's weird.
hey, Carol, my jackfruit looking good though.
Good. I'm hoping
I've
that I've
got-
got to cut my mulberry back off of it, and I'm hoping I might get a fruit before the
I've got
season.
5 of them.
That might be the flowers, though.
I got
5
of them that
trees.
survive. I got 5 that's surviving.
Good. That's awesome.
Cropper said, "You killed that tree, J3.
I didn't kill nothing.
I wouldn't even send you water."
Right.
Oh,
They
wow.
can go into Hecka shock.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on them leaves, David.
Mm.
The
You getting on Texas? You ain't on Texas.
Good morning, April
Wow.
Showers Network.
Hey, April Showers.
And anybody that I missed saying hi to, I have seen you. You guys make this look so easy. Saying hi to everybody in the comments, and my brain is still on my pillow.
Yeah, I think you become that way when you garden green country agroforestry. You become like a pro at killing stuff and just saying and releasing that to God. Like,
Wow.
I just gave that to Jesus, I guess, because it's
Aw.
gone. It's gone. It's
So
my
we still-
offering.
We still have a couple minutes, and then Tampa's Creek says she's jealous because she doesn't have a place. I believe they said once upon a time a list of things that you could grow. You can grow
Yes.
in the house.
Yeah, you just need special light in Tampa, and it's
Yeah.
not. You can get that at even the
Amazon.
big box stores.
Mhm.
It's
Amazing.
a cheaper way.
Oh yeah, that shipping and handling that. Amazon.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Or watch Mike's and GT Junior. They both grow inside. They do the hydroponics.
Mm.
That's what I'm about to say. What is that called?
But-
Hydroponics.
Yeah, my Renaissance grandma does it too.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
There's things you can do. Y'all know where that's from? I know Sarah don't know. Do you know Sarah? No. I
It's
saw it off
not
of TikTok.
coming.
No.
Who is it?
I saw it off of TikTok.
Oh, well, I don't
You
watch
have
TikTok.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have TikTok. There's things you can.
Unless it bled over onto YouTube, I didn't see it.
Right? Unless
Same
it's
here.
a compilation. I'll watch those compilations from
Yeah.
TikTok if I need to.
Yeah, I mean,
veg.
like hydroponics is like the little thing where you just put the little plants and the little seeds in. Like
Oh,
The
she's
Arrow
saying
Grow garden. Yeah, I had one of those.
yeah, she said
Yeah.
she's got.
that's hard.
Just
Yeah,
in
that
a
is
room.
hard. She's stuffed in there. Probably she feels like there's just not a spot.
Mm.
Mm.
That's
David, I don't send no plants to the upper room. So some plants just go on their own.
Wow.
Yeah, they just go to the upper room. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I did herbs on my windowsill. So I've got some basil, oregano, dill, and some cherry tomatoes. So I did get those.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just on the windowsill because I we had trouble. Our garden's been interesting.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I've had plenty here in South Florida because I planted along with everybody else when I first started my garden 10 years ago
Hmm.
and did a couple seasons and kept
Family
having
Joe,
so much
welcome in.
trouble because I didn't understand zone 10 is tropics. Now I do.
So,
Now I do.
does anybody have those little
Okay.
arrow gardens? Because I went on the website one time because they had 50% off. I forgot who told me about it,
Yeah.
but like they really don't take up. They don't look like they take
No,
up.
they
No,
don't.
and they work. I mean, I had one years ago, and it did great until I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like I
The
said,
only
it was
thing
years
is
ago.
you're kind of stuck with whatever they're giving you for fertilizer, unless
Mm.
because I've been trying to look up for organic for hydroponics, and it's not.
So
that
what
easy.
those you have to use the fertilizer that they give you? You can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the liquid
you gotta use
fertilizer.
the products that they put with it. That's the only
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
downside
That's
to
not
it.
right.
But they did work.
Yeah,
I had herbs and I
Miracle
had
Grow makes them. The Arrow Garden belongs to Miracle Grow.
Oh, okay, I thought you
I
provided your
believe it
own
was
like
a TV one.
fertilizers and stuff. Oh, she has
Nope.
2 of them.
Yeah, you can do, you can go and research it online, but it's very costly to get the organic hydroponic nutrients. Not
Mm.
cheap.
That's why I was looking up aquaponics, where you can keep a fish tank and then grow above the fish
Right?
tank.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just never got it going real, and then
I've heard that.
life
from a lot-
life.
Yeah,
Life.
I've heard that though from a lot of people that they have trouble with it,
Mm.
with the aquaponics.
David Corey, you gonna make us a video? He said you can make your own out of 10 if you cut
Oh.
the 10 the correct direction.
Hmm.
Mm.
Huh.
Wear
Wow.
gloves.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Right.
Yep.
Will cut you to the bone.
Oh wow. Only Sammy
right.
gets what up, beautiful Sammy. Okay.
I know what.
He trying to get in her pantry. That's all.
She
Wow.
must have very pretty toes. That's his
Oh.
weakness.
No,
He let
he trying to get in her pantry.
I
Oh,
see.
in her pant. Tree.
Tree.
Okay.
Right.
I heard that wrong the first time.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Mhm.
Well, Miss T, I'm gonna jump
Yes,
down, but
me
thank
too.
y'all because y'all have made this 3 miles on the treadmill very, very pleasant. So this might be my new
Aw.
thing. Get on the treadmill while I listen to the Miss T morning show. But I
Hey,
appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see y'all later.
All
you
right,
too.
Shay.
Miss
Bye,
Paul.
Shay.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Always
Where's
love
my phone?
her. So wise.
Okay.
Please get your-
Oh, cool. Oh, you haven't tried it yet. Okay, let us know, Fresh and Fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just talking about the smaller options, you know, because Tampa is just pretty much in a room. So I was like, okay, those little arrow gardens, those.
They
Yeah,
do
that's
work
what I
well.
was saying. Green Country. It's a lot more work with the organic noobs.
And they're about to go left. You darn tootin'. We about to go to Andale's house.
Yep, we're about to go to Andale's house.
You
So
can never be
I'll cut out
country, Miss T.
next. Thank you so
You
much
can
for
never
having
be
me.
country.
Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Much
Thank
love, you guys. And I'll
you.
catch you next
Have a
morning.
great
Y'all
day.
have a good
Yeah.
day. Be blessed and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're just gonna be sipping and just talking about growing channels. Thank you, Sarah, for coming up on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, I'm so honored to be able to do this. You guys have no idea.
Yes, yes.
I look
yes.
forward to it with enthusiasm. And then I get here and look at this camera lens, and all of the thoughts that I had are gone.
Yeah, because you keep freezing up.
I'm
Freezing up.
going to tell Steve he noticed it, but we'll see if we can fix it by Thursday.
So
You need-
y'all, our brain said she might do a pop-up today. Like, what days do you go live?
I do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So
Okay.
let's see. Monday I do motivational stuff at 8 o'clock. Or no, at 8:30 Eastern. I do about a half an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Talk about motivation. And then Wednesday, I visit my crochet group and we hang out. And it's about 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday, I cook at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I try to do healthy stuff. So I'm trying to get Miss T and other people to get off that fast food and try to make some stuff at home. I try to make it easy.
That's right.
Well, drink more water. And last night we had some honey marinated chicken. It was really good.
That
Like,
sounds good.
Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, just before we get off, like, my life, like, I'll be on the go. I feel like I just leave. After I get off the live stream, I'm out in the streets. And then I just come home. I'm pretty much shower and sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's like, just do this, just do that, and make your own. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not home like that. So I don't know.
So, well, I know like somebody I know that cooks a lot or knows how to cook a lot. See, I've never had a big family or anything like that. But
Right.
one thing that you can do is prep something that you can do a little bit of a vat.
She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it.
I know. I'm just saying.
On the weekends, I meal prep for me and my daughter, but that lasts until about Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday,
And that's
Tuesday.
just it has to be the desire to do it has to be
Yep.
there.
Right.
That's true. Now, the other thing I would suggest is get a steak of some kind, whether it's a pork chop, a steak, a tuna steak, a piece of fish. Those cook really fast.
Okay.
A hamburger.
Steaks are really good too.
Yeah, my lifestyle is just kind of like, what's the next project? What's next? What's next?
But those cook fast, in my opinion. So, try one of those, a chicken breast.
I think I'm with Sarah. Like, I don't have that desire to just,
Okay.
I'm gonna just get this orange out the garden, and
yes,
it's just not me. It's just
Well, and you don't know that it won't be you in 5 years. You know,
you
Right.
never
I mean,
know.
True,
Yeah, you
true,
might.
true.
because
Especially since I'm
I'm
about to be an empty nester now.
Right.
I ate at the McDonald's a lot. I really did, and
Me
it
too.
showed up on my body.
I'm reformed. Yeah. Oh,
I cooked for a couple days. Yeah, like my life is about to do a whole 180.
oh wow.
2 versus 1.
Let me see. This is Mr. I Bring It made this.
Hold on.
So this is French toast. It's hard to see. French toast.
Okay.
I got some maple syrup. There you go. Now, I normally don't eat this, but it's pretty good. So Mr. I Bring It wins.
Mr. I Bring It.
Hey, Mr. I Bring It.
Yay, Mr. I Bring It.
You fed him on Father's Day, so he got to feed you every other day, huh?
I don't know. I mean, it's funny. Like we just sort of cook. See, that's what it is, Miss T. We just cook by feel. We just kind of go, I think I want this thing. So then we get it. And
Everybody
then,
on
you
the
know,
panel is married except for me. So who does most of the cooking in the house?
you
Well,
know the
see-
answer to that.
Well, since the nest is empty, Steven
Yep.
does now because
See,
he
He
likes
does.
to.
That's good.
Jed,
So-
you over there cooking most of the time?
Nah, let me stop lying.
See?
I'm only required to cook on Thursdays and Fridays and some Saturdays.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so I get the wife a break.
Well, and sometimes we just make a sandwich or
Yeah.
you know do something like that. It's not.
That's what back when we had the kids in the house, when it's hot out and everything, we'll eat sandwich and soup, no big meal or nothing.
Yeah.
We don't do that no more.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like Tuba Chat. I'm living the bachelor life. I'm like, okay, let me just grab something and go. I'm thinking about getting my eyebrows done, make my hair appointment. I'm ready to hit the streets, say hi to Endale.
Yes.
You going out to try to get you going out to let somebody buy you a meal or something?
Yeah, I live
Chat
off
is
salad.
here.
Out of the 7 days in the summertime when it's hot, like today I got my salad. I probably eat salad like 3-4 days a week.
That's good.
And that's good. That is good.
Yeah, salads. I really do like salads too.
Yeah.
Even when they have no true value.
Well, I mean, you can add protein, you know, so just add a piece of chicken, a piece of fish, whatever, to give yourself, give it a little kick. Because I know salad doesn't have a lot in it. I'm going to
Put some cheese on it and
Cheese
some
on it,
sunflower
eggs,
seeds.
egg,
Yeah.
boiled egg.
Yeah, an egg. Like there you got a chef salad. We put boiled egg and ham in it.
This one guy I kind of talk to every now and then, you know, we've been knowing each other forever, but he's like, this ain't even a salad no more. It's a meal. I was like, that is the point.
That's the point.
Up. Like, why? He's like, a salad's supposed to have like tomatoes, cheese, eggs.
Yeah.
And just, I put everything on that bad boy.
There you go. Yes. It's beautiful.
If I give me a break, it's not a break because he dirties up the dishes in the kitchen. So I'll pass.
Oh.
See, that's the thing too, because like if I cook, it's like, okay, I gotta get it, buy everything, bring it home, cook it,
You do.
clean up, versus just here's my money, just cook it.
Nah, when I cook, I clean the whole kitchen up. I do it all.
That's great. I'll import you over here. No, I mean, you know, it's fine. But I just like, you just have to do the best you can. But just try to, you know, stay away from the fast food. That's all I say. And try not to buy the prefab food. You know,
Yeah, the ultra processed stuff because it adds up in your system, and
it really does.
I've noticed a fatigue after like eating out, and because sometimes we'll just let's just grab a thing, let's just grab it.
Yeah,
because it is, you know, here, take my money because I'm too tired to cook.
Exactly.
That is my thing, Sarah. I mean, I'm like, I'm so serious. That is my.
Yeah.
I completely understand. There's no judgment from me here because.
Okay.
I mean, I've been there. I've been where you were, you know, and I don't know. I just got reformed just coming out here and, you know, eating fresher food, you know, because going to farmers markets and stuff.
And
so that's why I want to go with Sarah, because like, I don't want a can. I'll go get the can and then like at the farmer's market or whatnot, and then take it home and, you know, put it on the pot while I jump in the shower or something. But I don't have that desire. I don't.
Well, yeah, you have to have the desire. That's the thing.
Like restaurant onion, paprika, and garlic.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay. Hey, swoop.
Hey, swoop.
Swoop, swoop.
Anyways, Endale's live, y'all. So
yes.
Yeah, we'll go over and support Endale.
Y'all have a good day, ladies.
Yes, have a good day.
Have a good day.
I'll see you again Thursday.
Bye. Thank y'all bringing in Sarah and Jigs.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.